early downs trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. The short hands, it's Etienne. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Miller with the ball. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are using 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
This will be the 8th play of the drive with a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
The run from the shotgun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's back. Going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. They're going to ride this running back.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. With jet sweep pass. Inside the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Makes his man miss. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Looking for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play.
Georgia 7, Alabama 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer.
And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give is to Miller. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or if you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get routed up.
Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second and short now after that completion. Looking for a gap. It's Etienne. The Dogs get enough for the first down. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
He's going to pass. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
With the run on first and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense has a second down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Evans. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. To throw, it's Beck. He's got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Etienne. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And wings it incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
To the air, it's back. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On second down, wants to throw. He's going up top. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man.
Gonna take a shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fires downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to power their way ahead. He puts them in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's back. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field. I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Urasek. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
With the catch, it's Delp. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Wants to throw. It's back. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality. The offensive line doing a great job. And the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, they've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Flips it out in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Running it back, it's Evans. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
First down for the offense.
Now on first down from the 40. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Coming after it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third.
Georgia 28, Alabama 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up second down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Man, I want my running backs to pick those holes and get downhill, but there was no holes. So I just think he did the smart thing and stretched it out and ran out of bounds.
In this case, discretion was the better part of valor. It is often underrated to know when the journey is over.
Know when to hold them, know when to fumble.
Brings up fourth down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide out in motion. Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Beck. Working that left side now. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's dealt. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Motion from the offense. on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Sends it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Big fullback's got it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man. Yeah,
and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Line getting set on 2nd down. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block. It's Evans. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to beat the DD. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to...
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positive.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out and figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Well, they say you